Should be started.
Did someone say something?
Oh, well, it's working on here. Is that the new one or the old one? Oh,
It's
good.
kind of slow though. So,
Okay.
did you want to? You can Toastmasters.
Oh,
I like that means a lot. I feel like we could have made
there's enough for over 200. There's enough for over 200 in here. That's what Melanie said. So this is set up if you guys will sit over in that general area. And then I can go and wait for stragglers here.
There's a delay.
Yeah. How bad of a delay?
Did you get that like
What?
right?
Oh, well, it's okay. Sorry, I'm gonna stop. It's going, right? Yes.
So people should be able There's like a 30-second. Good, how are you? Hello. Good to meet you. They're it's like just going.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Thomas coming for housing on here too. Yes. I'll just go ahead and say that, like when saying it. Yeah. That'll be a long time. Last year was too. I was saying, like, yeah. I know, I did. It's so I think it's wearing
Well, hi guys. Oh, right. Sorry, have to be in the camera for the live stream. But hi guys, thank you so much for coming and taking the time out of your schedule and coming. I want to first congratulate each and every one of you for making it this far, for making it through a really long interview process, and you really are very special kids because there were 600 applications, and so just going through all of that, you guys are really awesome to have the chance to be in this amazing opportunity. So now I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Al Squire, who is the director of our program, and he's amazing. So he's going to take the stage.
I guess I gotta tell you now. Good evening. Thank you. And give yourself a hand for making it to this part, because this is not an easy task. We put you through a lot of stuff to make you do some things, but it was worth it. And you'll realize later that that was also part of the learning as well. Even for those students who weren't accepted, they have an opportunity to still have development with our program and we encourage them to follow up with us. So I'm Al Squire, and we've already met in many ways. But this is my day of celebration because you appeared to me on paper to begin with. So it's always great to see the gathering of folks when they finally come to be in live person in front of you. And you see all the hard work, and you see that the reason you do what you do is because of the people who are sitting in front of you. I'm probably the most fortunate person of anyone in this room because I have the joy and privilege and pleasure of serving everyone in this room. And I'm looking forward to spending our time together because you'll find that it's not the program, but it's the relationship that we formulate that really carries us where we want to go. 381 folks have come before you that have sat in chairs before you, and they have been on this journey that you're now beginning. And we have had great journeys with those individuals, but no summer is as great as the one you're about to have. Reason being is because every year we learn, and every year we get better. And the summer that we've prepared for you for this year is the best program we've ever offered. You'll find that the improvements that we've made in the different tiers and the advancements that we've made in the different tiers and the challenges that we've added to the different tiers are all designed to advance you in your growth. Not only prepare you professionally, but personally. And you'll be journeying together with the people that are a part of your tiers. And what you'll find is, as much as we prepared in the program, a great deal of the learning will come from each other. You'll find that together, the gifts you said that you can bring to MedEx will be revealed, and those who are willing to embrace it will be the benefactors of it. So in 2008, we were asked the question, what does the workforce look like in the year 2025? And when we went off and did our research, it turned out that we didn't like the answer. South Carolina was ranked 43rd in the country for the number of primary physicians to population. But we also learned that if a student went to school in South Carolina and they did their education at the graduate level in South Carolina, and if they went to med school in South Carolina, they were more likely to work in South Carolina. And when you look at that measurement, South Carolina was ranked number 3. The problem was we didn't have enough students going into the pipeline. So we intended this program to be a pipeline program, and in 2010, that's what we started. To give you an idea what growth looks like, in 2010, we had 12 students, 11 students from Carolina Academy, and 1 student who would not stop following me around from Southside High School. Her name is Kelsey Williams. And Kelsey was part of my Health Careers Club that I started in 2008. And when I left that club to start MedEx Academy in 2010, she said, "You're not leaving me, I'm going with you." She is currently an M1 student in this med school now. But if you had seen her video back in high school, she would have told you that she didn't know if she was going to go to med school. She would have told you that she hoped to go to med school, but it was such a big journey between where she was and what she needed to overcome. She didn't think she had the money. She didn't know if she was smart enough. She didn't know if she knew enough people. She didn't know what to do or how to do it. And all we said to her is just let's work together. And the people that you need that will come into your life, we'll introduce them to you. The experiences that you need that will come into your life, we'll introduce them to you. And we will provide you with a community of support. That was 12 students in 2010. Now, if we talk about this year, we're going to have over 160 students in this summer program this year. We went from 2 high schools in 2010 to 44 high schools in 2016. We went from 1 college in 2011 to 45 colleges and universities in 2016. If you don't know anything, you should know how privileged and how special you are to be a part of this program. Because we worked really hard to find you. And because we worked so hard to find you, I don't make it easy to lose you. In fact, I don't plan on losing any of you. Because this is not a failure out program. This is a learn together and grow program. We take you from wherever you are and we move you forward. And you will not all move at the same pace. And you will not all have the same obstacles, Because even though you're collectively a group, you are also individuals, and we will get to know each other on that basis. I will extend to you every opportunity for us to spend time together. But it's upon you, you're responsible to capitalize on those opportunities, whether it's in the classroom or outside the classroom. So, as we talk about tonight, I won't take much time because we have a lot of technical stuff to go through. So why MedEx? Well, why not? Our goal is that we began as a professional program to help people develop for their career journey. So to give you an idea what Growth Again looks like, back in 2010, 12 students piled into a van with me and we drove around the campus for 4 weeks, Monday through Thursday. I was with them every moment of the day. That's what MedEx Academy was. It was a van transportation company that went around the campus. And then on Friday, because we weren't sure what we were going to do the next week, I gave everybody the day off. And then the next week, we piled in the van again. Well, that van program has turned into 4 tiers. A high school tier being tier 1, and then we have the tier 2, 3, and 4 as undergraduate, with development for a tier 5, a post-bac program, a master program, all in development. A nurse extern program grew out of that. And now that's a 12-week program for those who are seeking a nursing degree. And there are other specialized programs coming forth. There are initiatives of numerous colleges and universities as a result of that. But here's what I learned. It wasn't just a professional development program. It was a humanitarian program. Because at the heart of MedEx was not that we were training for careers, that we were changing lives. You'd be amazed how many students have already aided someone in need. You'd be amazed at how many students have helped someone at home. You'd be amazed at how many students have struggled, and that person who wasn't in their home stepped in and said, let me help. I am called many things, and you can choose whatever you want to call me that's most comfortable for you. You know, people call me the father of MedEx, or they call me Mr. Squire or Mr. Al. Whatever name you call me, I'll respond, I'll answer, and you'll know that I'm not the hardest person to find. Almost every person, if they don't have it, has my phone number, my email, my text message, whatever, because I want to be there to answer that call. It's personal. It's not a job. If it were a job, then people would probably quit what I do because of the hours that we put in. But it's because it's a service. It is a ministry in some ways. And it's because I learned a long time ago that not only can I be a recipient of gifts and blessing, I can be an instrument of those things too. My goal for you is for me to be the instrument that educates and enable and empower and equip you to be able to excel in your dreams, in your journey. My goal for you is to believe in you when you're not believing in you. My goal for you is to already plan and be ahead of you so that I can clear the obstacles and clear the path. And I'm not alone, because this is a community program, and others will be joining us to aid you in that journey. So what started out as a professional development program is really about humans getting together. I talk about things that my mom shared with me because I think she was a very wise woman. And I'm blessed that she gave birth to me, because I wouldn't be here talking to you if she had. And she did it at home, and I weighed 12 pounds, and she didn't have a midwife. Do not forget her on Mother's Day is what I was told. You know, that's a serious woman right there, for her to be able to do that. But when she got older and she became, you know, there was something she said that reminded me. And it reminded me always to remember to say this. She said that she believed in angels, and angels were all around us. And sometimes you have to be angels to each other. I feel that in this program, I am surrounded by angels. People who are seeking their calling. There are many galleries and galaxies, and they are filled with stars. And each one of you are now a star in the galaxy that I serve. That's why we do MedEx Academy. The other thing I share with you is that in the beginning, we didn't have promises. In fact, nobody even knew that was going to be part of it. But we have developed 5 promises since the beginning of 2010. And they emerged from the learning from you. They emerged from the time we've worked with students. And here are the 5 promises. The first one is, really to your parents. We think we're your partners to parents. In fact, I had parents meeting with me throughout this week. And I tell them, look, we're on the same team, but I come from a different direction. And they can't hear you, mom, dad. I can say the same thing, but they'll hear it different when I say it because I can say it a different way. But as a parent and as a partner to parent, we promise as their partner to help their child become financially independent and get out of their house. I have 100% support from parents. I do. In fact, they'll call me to talk to you because they understand what that partnership is. You know, we see a lot of students who go to school for 4 years and they don't find themselves. And they end up back home, not by choice. We find students who end up in a different career path than where they started because they didn't take advantage of the time that they had, or they didn't have the guidance and counseling. We want to make sure that the investment that you're making, and for many of your parents, that it's the right thing for the right outcome. That's the first one. The second promise is to your institutions. We realized we were partners. And by being partners, our goal and our commitment is that we increase the retention, graduation, and success rates of their students. And it has made a big difference having an employer, a community-based organization, a healthcare system that are able to provide support to the academic partners in our system. As a third promise was to our own employees. We recognize that sometimes when students went to school and they began to follow their dreams into employment, that they weren't really prepared, that they weren't ready for the workforce. So we made a commitment to our own employees to say, we promise as your partner to make sure that the next generation is ready and competent and able to work. The fourth promise was to our communities. Our communities needed our help, our volunteerism, our servitude. And we promised our community that we would aid our students in being able to contribute value and success to their communities. But with all that said, the most important promise we make is the one to you. It's our fifth promise, the one that I get up for, the one that says, what do I do today that helps you? And that is to be your partner and to say to you that as your partner, we promise to help you find a career that you love and a job that you never hate. This is for you. This program is for you. The people who will come into your life from this program are here for you. And it's our goal that we capitalize on the gifts we have for each other and make this the best program and relationship that you can be in at this time. And I thank you for your time. I'm excited and looking forward to spending time with you. Take care.
Well, my name is Thomas Crummins. Some of you have had a chance to meet me, others haven't, but I'm on the leadership team here at MedEx as well. And one of the reasons why I am here today is because I went through this program in the second year it ran. Not when he had a van, but when we ditched the van and got some dusty old room in the back of GHS that you had to go through 3 different elevators, 4 different hallways with a bunch of cleaning machines that were trying to knock you over. It was just dirty, dark, not the best place, but it felt right, and I loved it. I felt like I was part of a family that cared for me and wanted to give me every chance to succeed. And that is something that I just could not trade for the world. And what made that happen? The fact that right here, it's not a program, it's a relationship. You will hear that pounded into your head time and time again because that is so true. It's the reason MedEx is what it is today, and it's the reason why it's going to continue to thrive and grow for years and decades to come. Now, what makes it so special? Well, we have a network of people, not just the students, but the faculty in GHS, the members of the Greenville community, all these people willing to put their time and energy into developing you. And some of those people we have here today, former students and current students, as part of your intern team. So just stand up, come on, give a little bit, come on, just stand up, just say hi. We have We have Haley Stockton, very happy and thrilled to be here. We have Misha Sharif, also happy and thrilled to be here. You can just tell by the awkward laugh. Anna Teresides and Hope Conrad, all former students that realize the benefit that this program can give you and really trying to put their effort into giving you this time back. So I really want you to take the moment right now to just say, wow, this is something. I'm part of something bigger than me. And for all the benefit it's going to give me, I have a chance to give that same benefit, that same opportunity, that same experience back to everyone else. All right, good. Let's get to some of the less fun stuff. So onboarding information. You are going to be getting a lot of emails over the next few weeks, mostly from our friend Natalie Carey over in HR. She'll be sending you a lot of stuff for My Clinical Exchange. That's the program where we bring in all of your information, make sure that you are a registered intern student here at GHS. So be ready for that. There's going to be a lot of information on those, but be ready to just fill all that out. We will guide you through the process. You've got the MedEx Academy email, you've got the interns email, and I'll make sure that I personally send out my email and phone number. Probably gonna regret this. Send that out to y'all as well. So any questions you have through that process, send our way and we will make sure it's as easy as possible. Next email you're going to get is background clearance. So that's just going to be a very quick process. All you have to do is fill out the forms online and our company will go ahead and take care of the rest. Hopefully we'll be good to go. And if not, we'll have a little chat. Next is badge access. So we will need you to send in a professional headshot or just whatever headshot you can give us that we can then put on these nice little ID badges that will give you access throughout a lot of the hospital system. Now I say a lot, but not all. There's a lot of things that you also cannot get access to, and I've been told to stress that. So don't feel like you can just go crazy like Charlie in a chocolate factory and just wander around to every shiny little thing out there. That's not the case, but there's plenty of things that we're able to give you access to. Haley will talk about in a little bit the meal plan that you'll have. You'll have a chance to use this badge to get you food at the food court, and we've got Chick-fil-A, so good stuff. You'll also have access to this building and I believe to the student lounge unless that's changed. So you'll actually have a chance to relax in between all of your sessions and just hang out and know that, yeah, you're learning, but you're having some fun with it too. Next are just going to be general clearance forms, all in this email. It's going to be a lot, but we're going to do it as quickly and seamlessly as possible. Computer access. So if anyone needs any laptops whatsoever, we will be able to provide those for you through the med school here. So if you need any computer access whatsoever, we'll take that down at the end of the session and we'll be able to make sure you get whatever you need. Next is HealthStream. So this will actually be a couple modules to guide you through some of the common knowledge that you need to have to be working in a healthcare setting. So that can be things ranging from HIPAA to just modern practice and engaging with patients. And then finally, immunizations. Okay, we will need you to go ahead and follow all the instructions in the emails that we give you that will tell you how to do TB testing and other immunizations that are crucial to working here at GHS. And with that barrage of emails out of the way, I just want to say again, I'm absolutely thrilled each and every one of you is here today, and I can't wait to work with all of you. So thank you.
Thank you.
So you guys have met me probably already through the secondary interviews and everything, but for those of you that haven't, my name is Misha Sharif. I graduated from Clemson University this past December, and now I started working as a MedEx intern in October of 2015. And I've just been helping out ever since with promoting MedEx at different high schools, at universities, and then processing through those applications, doing those interviews, and now scheduling for the summer. So it's been an amazing experience. And I did Tier 4 this past summer, and I can really genuinely say it was the best thing I've ever done. I I want to be a physician, want to go to medical school and everything. I really, really think all the things that I went through in tier 4 were very, very helpful. And that goes along with all of the other tiers as well. So just more key logistics for us to talk about. For the first day of MedEx that you will have, we want to have an introductory slide so that everyone can see, where you're from, what you're interested in. And so for that slide, we would like a picture, if you could get one, a headshot, and your university, your graduation date, what major you're in, what field you're interested in, and your favorite quote. And we'll get an email out to you about that, and then you can just email that to our macademy@ghs.org email. And then for parking, I know that right now you guys parked in the employee service parking, but for the summer you'll be parking at the north parking garage probably, and we'll give you badges for everything and send you more emails about that as well. And you guys will probably use blackboards at your different university and everything. So Canvas is the system that we use to compile everything together. So each presenter that we have, so that you're able to have access to the presentations that they present and everything, we'll have on Canvas all of those presentations so that you're able to access that. And we'll also have schedules and everything that you can contact us with on Canvas. So you'll all make an ID on Canvas during your first week of MedEx. And we'll also have journal entries. So every single day after you've completed all the activities and everything, you'll write just a paragraph about what you've learned from that day, how you've changed and everything, and submit it on Canvas as well. So it's just a way for the interns and Mr. Squire to keep up with you through Canvas. So, and then for tier 3, you guys know that Kaplan comes in and does a lot of MCAT prep, GRE prep, GMAT prep. So to make sure that we have the right books that you guys will need for the summer, we'll be sending out an email that says which sort of books you need, which course you would be interested in taking for the Kaplan. And you can just email that to us and we'll have everything ready for the summer. And you'll also have to, unfortunately, take a diagnostic exam during the summer before you come here, which will, for the MCAT, be 7.5 hours. It's awful. We've all had to go through it for medical school and everything, and we all have to. So that's something you'll have to do before coming in through MedEx so that we know like where you're at for the MCAT and we can start the Kaplan course as soon as you get here. And then we're also going to have t-shirts for MedEx this year, and we've had them previously too, but this time we'll like to have those t-shirts early on to you so that you can promote MedEx at different events that you go to. And usually we have Greenville, at the Greenville Drive, we have a baseball team, or baseball games, excuse me, that we all go to together. And so we can wear t-shirts together and be like all fun, a MedEx family there at that event. And then scrubs. So for tier 2 and tier 4, you will have clinical observations of the Greenville Hospital. Sorry, tier 3, you get good therapy sessions, so it's okay. But tier 2 and tier 4 will have to get scrubs for those surgeries that you have to go and watch and everything in the operating rooms. So to get those, it's a complicated process, but we will get through it together. So a lot of us go to the mezzanine room, which is at the basement of the Greenville Hospital, and you just go there about like 20 minutes, 15 minutes before your shift that you'll have, and you can ask for the size at the basement of the mezzanine room and everything. But usually they don't have the size that you're looking for, so sometimes you have to wear extra larges, sometimes like really small things, so be ready for that, but you'll get used to it, it's fine. And there's also Scrub X machines at the different locations of the hospital that you can, we actually don't have access to those, but usually the residents that you're working with or the doctors, they will allow you to use their badge to get scripts for that. But we'll let you know more about that once the summer starts. And yeah, that's most of the key logistics. I'm really, really excited to see all of you guys during the summer and excited for this one. So thank you. Thank you.
Hey guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Haley Stockton, and I did Tier 1 this past summer. I fell in love with the MedEx program, and so I decided to become an intern this year, and I've been working with Misha and Hope and Thomas and Mr. Al Squire since October. Like I said, I love the program so much. There's so much that we throw at you throughout the summer. You're constantly staying busy, and so there are tons of things that you get out of this program, and a few things I'm going to talk about here. So one of them is a Life Center membership. For those of you who like to work out, anyone go to the gym, run? Yeah, that's not me, but good for you guys. So you get to go to the Life Center. If you've ever been there, it's a super nice gym. It's better than like most gyms that I've been to. So you get to go, it's an indoor gym, there's a pool, a track, and stuff like that. You get a free membership through your time at MedEx. We have scheduled times throughout the summer where you'll take classes over there, like a yoga class, a cycling class, which is super difficult, but a lot of fun. So stuff like that, and then you can go and work out on your own time after 5 o'clock, after MedEx is over, you've had a long day, you want to run, you can go over there and you have access to all the stuff over there, which is really neat. Another thing, we do not want you guys to go hungry through the program. So you're constantly going to be doing a lot of stuff. So throughout the day we have lunch times, and you can go over there to the hospital cafeteria. You have Subway, Chick-fil-A, like Thomas was saying, the regular cafeteria, Starbucks. You have a fixed rate on your card, and you can go over there and spend that each day, and it resets at 1 in the morning. And so you can go the next day and get more food, and you can get lunch, and if you have stuff left over, you can go afterwards and get more food. So that's super awesome. Another thing, stipends at the end of the MedEx program. We understand that you guys have financial needs, and we're taking up a lot of your time from 8 to 5. We're throwing all of these things at you. You get so much clinical experience. You get to talk to doctors and be a part of the MedEx Academy and the med school. And so, but we are paying you to do this. So you guys get to be here, you get to learn, you get to have this amazing experience and get paid while you're doing it. So that's super awesome. Another thing is housing. We provide housing for students who are not in the Greenville area. So if you guys are in North Carolina or somewhere in South Carolina that's an hour away, you don't want to commute every day, then you can get housing at Greenville Tech. If I'm correct, it's like 7 to 10 minute drive from here. You guys can stay over there, and we provide that. You don't have to pay for it or anything. We provide that for you if you need it. Afterwards, I have a sheet so you can sign up if you need housing and t-shirt sizes and stuff like that. So those are just a few perks for MedEx. Who's excited for the MedEx program? Awesome. I'm excited to be an intern for you guys, so I can't wait for this summer, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Hey everybody, how are y'all? Good. My name is Hope. I probably sent you a million emails, so I'm sorry, but it's nice to officially see all of your faces. I'm going to talk to you about your schedule. And so how many of you are in Tier 2 today? Anybody? Oh, here's a good number. All right, so there are some components of each tier that are the same, and 2 of those are the health risk assessment and then the BLS certification. So for all of you guys that were excited about going to the gym, you'll probably be excited about getting your health risk assessment. That's the presidential fitness test. Do you know what that is? Have you had to do it in high school where you run and all that kind of fun stuff? Well, I'll be there doing it with you, so you will not look bad. And you get to see, your fitness test. You get blood drawn, so you actually get to see what it's like to be a patient. And you get to see in 10 years how your health will be if nothing except for age changes. So that might be a really cool thing. It might be a really scary thing. I don't know. But the BLS certification is the basic life support, and they'll actually come in and you'll get certified. A few of you may already be certified from previous tiers or other jobs that you might have. And so there are other options for you guys, but everyone will be able to leave with the certification. So that kind of goes across all tiers. Tier 2 specifically gets CVT training, which is the cardiovascular technician. And so basically that's ultrasounds for everything except for babies. And so you'll go in with your tier in a small group, and there'll be some students from Clemson there that'll teach you. And so you'll scan your heart, you'll scan somebody else's, carotid arteries, and all of that fun stuff. And so it's really neat because you get to learn a skill and you get to learn a lot about the body and anatomy that way. Simulation lab is something that Tier 2 will have. We are working on getting it for all 4 tiers because we think it's really, really neat, and it's a really neat asset to the medical school. And so you may have any kind of experience from learning how to draw spinal taps to intubate, whatever experiences they have going on. So we're really excited about that. And another part of Tier 2 is the career exploration and guidance. And so you're all in college right now, so you have a pretty good idea of what you want to do. And we want to be able to make sure that that's the right path for you. We want to be able to have you to sit down with one of our advisors, go through your schedule. Some Furman's schedule may be way different than Clemson's biology schedule. So if you're interested in a certain school, making sure you have all the prerequisites and making sure that's what you love is kind of what this tier is all about. Tier 3, are there a lot of Tier 3 people in here? Okay, so that's pretty good. They have a lot of bibliotherapy, and we probably talked to you if you ever heard any of our overview sessions, but bibliotherapy is whenever somebody will come and train you on how to read to patients. And so after that, you'll be certified, and you'll be able to go to Alzheimer's units, long-term care, cancer wards, all different kinds of places to read to them, but you'll often find out that they don't want to be read to, they just want a friend. And so you might be, sitting with a patient that just found out that they have cancer. Or you might be sitting with a patient that just, can't remember your name 5 minutes later. And so that's some hands-on patient interaction. It's not a simulated patient. It's not somebody sitting there pretend to be one. It's actually a patient. And so that's invaluable to the medical field. Another thing that is very important in Tier 3 is Kaplan. So who's in here taking the MCAT soon? Anybody? GRE? Anybody? NCLEX? Fun stuff like that. Well, you guys know how fun that is, and so we're having Kaplan tutors come in, and you're going to be able to get the whole course, all the online materials, and a tutor to come in with that. And so that's a huge deal, especially if you've already taken the MCAT, you know how helpful that is. Another part of Tier 3 is poverty simulation. We want you to be a well-rounded person, be able to go out to the community and give back, and so that's one way that we're going to teach you and do kind of a different thing with that. And Tier 4, anybody in Tier 4? Okay. So we have a lot of stuff in Tier 4. I did Tier 4 last summer. We have the M2 anatomy lessons and lab work. So you're actually going to be able to go into the MDL labs, which are the multidisciplinary labs, right? MDL, multidisciplinary labs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But you're going to be able to go in there and do histology. You'll be able to sit down with med students and kind of learn what they're learning on a smaller scale. You'll also be able to go into a cadaver lab and dissect and see things that you'll learn about in a lecture earlier that day. So you may be doing a case study about the lungs and some diseases that go along with it, and then later that day you'll be holding a pair of lungs. And so it's kind of neat to see that full circle, and we kind of call that mini medical school because the students teach in a module that's kind of similar in style as how they learn. We also do a lot of mock interviews. We know that you're about to go into the process of applying to medical school, applying to PA school, and these are the things that you're kind of looking at. So we'll have mock interviews, we'll have application workshops, AMCAS workshops if you're interested in medical school. And we'll basically make sure that your worst interview is here with Mr. Squire. And so he looks all cheery now, but he is an intimidating interviewer. So we want your worst interview to be with us, and we will definitely make sure that happens. But it's really, really neat. I know when I interviewed for medical school, it was a walk in the park. So it definitely prepares you. Another thing is you have 10 full days of clinical experiences. So whenever you applied to MedEx, you had 3 options of, hey, what are you interested in? And you guys said, what kind of stuff did you guys say? Pediatrics, yeah. Trauma, yeah. Anything else?
ER medicine.
ER medicine, yeah. And so there are a bunch of different things. I'm sure more than 3 of you guys filled it out, so you all fine. But whatever, I'm not going to bug out. So, but you can get probably those 3 things, the things that you signed up for, we're going to aim to give you. But we're also going to give you things that are completely different and not even in the same spectrum. I know I signed up for cardiovascular surgery, general surgery, and emergency medicine. And I got those, but I also got pathology and radiology and stuff that I thought like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be stuck in a basement somewhere and it's going to be so awkward and weird. And so it ended up being so fun. And it's really neat because you get to see kind of a full range of how the hospital works, and you get to see a bunch of different hospitals. So it's a good experience. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. Obviously, those are just the highlights, but you will be doing, gosh, we'll keep you busy from 8 to 5 every day. Dress code. So, gentlemen, you should be wearing khakis or slacks. I'm not a boy, so I'm not very great at this. If Thomas is around here, maybe he'd be better. But a collared shirt tucked in. You guys wear like the polos, right? With the, you know what I'm talking about? And then the button downs, right? Okay. And so most of you look pretty good right now. But closed-toed shoes, don't wear flip-flops or I don't know what else guys wear other than flip-flops and closed-toe shoes. Maybe not like tennis shoes, whatever. But also no cologne, because some people might be sensitive to that and you don't want to be stinking out the whole classroom. But ladies, more about, okay, so ladies. So we're not going out to a club. And so you're going to be seeing doctors, people that might be on the admissions board. So make sure your stuff is, hidden, nothing hanging out. Make sure that your dresses. I don't know what a good length is. I'm gonna say knees, but then some people in here are like, oh, well, I have long legs. So one good thing that I learned at during admissions is that if you want your best friend or your roommate to watch you while you walk up a flight of stairs, if they can see anything, it's probably not appropriate. So make sure that everything is of an appropriate length, nothing super, super tight or low cut, no excessive jewelry, and same as the guys with no perfume. And so each tier is going to have their own set of interns. You already met me and Misha, and we'll be here all summer, so you'll see us a lot. Tier 1, Haley is going to be with, I know you guys are in Tier 1. Tier 2, Anna is actually here. Do you want to wave? Hi, Anna. Okay, and Irina are going to be your interns. They both did Tier 4 last summer, and did you do MedEx before Tier 4?
No, I just did Tier 4.
Right, and I think Irina did it for multiple tiers, Tier 3 as well. So they definitely have a lot of good things to say. Tier 3 are Tori and Taral, who could not be here with us tonight. And then Tier 4 are Jenny and Karina, who also did Tier 4 with us. And so I know they are all super stoked about being here and excited to meet you. They're going to serve as an awesome resource to you. They've gone through a lot of the same things that you have. They're all incredible. I know them. They're fantastic. They're willing to help you, so don't hesitate to reach out to them. But thank you so much for coming tonight. I am so excited about this summer. I think that we're going to try and put our information up here so you can contact us. But does anybody have any questions, anything that we didn't cover? Yeah.
Shoes for girls, are they closed toe too?
No. Well, with clinical observations, they're going to have to be closed-toed because you're just going to be in the OR and stuff like that. But we're going to go over that then. But I would say the nice sandals are okay for whenever we're just in classroom. Any other questions?
So in Tier 3, we will have the clinical observation.
Tier 3, you're going to have the bibliotherapy. So you're still going to be able to go out and see all the different things and see the patients and stuff, but it's going to be a little bit different than the clinical. Any other questions? All right, well, do you guys have anything to add? No.
I just have a quick thing. I mentioned earlier, after, I know there's going to be a long line because there are a lot of you here, but we have a spreadsheet with t-shirt sizes, your tier, and if you need housing. So come and sign up for that if you don't mind on the way out. So that's what I've got.
All right, well, if you have any questions, want to come and talk afterwards, go for it. But other than that, thank you so much for coming out. We can't wait for the summer.